Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Starry Dream, and welcome to Third Eye Thursdays. So, have you ever wondered how to open your third eye? Have you ever wanted a correct, 100% guaranteed way to open up your third eye, but then keep it open, right? Not just have one of those spiritual awakening moments, those enlightening moments where it pops open, but then it closes again, right? We want to keep it open. We want to create those lasting effects. So, I have found a guaranteed way to open the third eye and to keep it open, right? And so this is something I found on my own journey and something I still do incorporate in my daily life. And because I do these things, I've been able to keep my third eye open for several years now. So I do want to share these secrets with everybody, right? Because it's literally so simple, right? Let's not try to overcomplicate it. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a part 1 of a 5-part series on how to open your third eye, but how to do it correctly, naturally, and how to keep it open, right? Because once it's open, we want to make sure it stays open. We want to stay in those channeled states, in that flow state, right? So join me in today's video and we will go over 5 things that you need to know to open up the third eye and to keep it open. See you guys inside the video. Hey guys, and welcome to part 1 of a 5-part series where we are going to talk about how to open the third eye. How to open the third eye in the most natural, most effective way, right? How to open it up and to keep it open, okay? So this will be a 5-part series, and in every video I will be going over 5 things you need to know to start doing, to incorporate in your life, to try to get that third eye open. So I do want to say this part 1 has actually already been done. So I actually have the whole series out. I actually needed to redo the first video, part 1. As you see, we're doing it right here, right now. So if you've seen the part 1, then it's pretty much almost the same thing. I've just made a couple little tweaks. However, if you haven't, then welcome to Third Eye Thursdays. And we've got part 2, 3, 4, and 5 already up. So you can jump right in. You don't have to wait till next week to see them because they're already on my playlist, like I said, under Third Eye Thursdays, right? Okay, so what is this magical secret that we're talking about, right? How are we going to open the third eye? Well, there's something you need to know first before you ever just try to open the third eye. Now, sure, there are things you can do and things you can try to get it open. It may not stay open. And in my experience, and this is what these videos are about, my journey, okay? So I found certain things that I started trying and started implementing, started doing, and little by little, my pineal gland started to decalcify. And here's the thing, when that happened, I noticed that my third eye started opening, right? I went through spiritual awakening back in January 2019, and part of my third eye, like the Kundalini, kind of shot up to there as I explain it, because I did start seeing energies and auras and tapped into the 4th density, right? However, it wasn't until that next year when I had been working on decalcifying it that all of a sudden it was like, bam, it just opened and I became a channeler, right? And so I'm able to tap into that collective consciousness whenever I want. I do my psychic tarot readings, if you guys are familiar with my channel, where I can just get in that flow state, right? And ride the waves and just things flow to me and through me. And so how did that all happen is because I started decalcifying my pineal gland. And so this is why I want to have this series just on that first. And then after we get through the series, right, I've got plenty of other things we can talk about, practices and principles and tools and stuff you could do to actually help the third eye and to support it and to get it open, right? So this to me, on my journey that I've been, let's see, I actually started probably back in 2017 with one of the things we'll talk about today. And then by 2018, I incorporated something else, which I believe is I think it's in video 2. It doesn't matter. The whole point is what I'm saying is I tried one thing. So there was little things I was trying along the way. And by 2019, January 2019, it was like, whoa, I wanted this in my daily life. And I started doing a lot of these things little by little, incorporating one more at a time, right? So yeah, so this is just my process, my journey. I'm definitely not a doctor. None of this is medical advice. I mean, I'm just someone who was like fully ingrained in the matrix, totally blind. I cannot see what is happening in the world, right? To all of a sudden, bam, like I woke up and my third eye got activated. And then I started doing more and more of these things and my third eye opened. I had a whole other like third eye awakening, I guess, almost like a year later. And here's the thing, right? we're all on the journey of life. We go up, we go down, you know, there's things we learn and evolve. And so along the way, you may have these huge moments, like, or a spiritual awakening moment, but they might be little ones along the way. So even though in like the blink of an eye, or as I say it, somebody like flipped on a light switch and like, bam, that fast, my whole life changed. That was my Kundalini awakening. I've had other little shifts and changes along the way, but some more, the wind, right? Some more bigger moments where, bam, there's another level of my spiritual awakening. So after that Kundalini awakening, I had a third eye awakening that just took me deeper into my spiritual journey. So all of the stuff does help. And I feel if you start with this first, instead of just, hey, I'm going to go try this, it will create those lasting effects because this is the most natural way. And here's the thing, right? Our pineal gland, so decalcifying it, right, I believe we said, is what this whole series is about. And if you start there, opening the third eye is so much natural. So let's actually talk about what the pineal gland is first, right? So it is actually the physical representation or the physical manifestation of the third eye. So maybe we'll start back with what the third eye is, right? So if you guys are brand new to the spiritual path and you're like, whoa, hold on, you're going way too fast. Well, let's start at the beginnings first, right? Okay, what is the third eye, okay? Third eye is one of the 7 main chakra systems we have. Okay, so there's actually 114 chakras we have in our body. However, the 7 main majors start at the spine, at the base of the spine, the root chakra, and go all the way up the back of the spine to the root, okay? I'm sorry. From the root goes to the crown, okay? So it ends in the crown. And one of those energy centers is your third eye, and they all represent different things. They connect to different parts of the body, they connect to organs, they connect with mental and emotional aspects of you, so they all represent something. So the third eye is actually our intuition. It connects us to the spirit world, it connects us to the other dimensions, the other realms, all of that stuff. That's your intuition, getting the flow, opening up psychic senses, opening the channels, right? So if you're really trying to get in touch with your spiritual side, opening your third eye is something that you should definitely look into and something that will connect you more to source, right? So now that we know what the third eye is, let's talk about the pineal gland, right? One step at a time. I'm so excited about this stuff. You guys have no idea. It's like literally, I could talk about this for hours. So slow myself down. Let's go one step at a time. So the pineal gland, right? The pineal gland is the physical manifestation of the third eye. So some say it's like the seat of the soul. The pineal gland, yes, there's a lot of other things outside of the spiritual realm, like it does control the hormones and regulate stuff like serotonin and melatonin, which melatonin is produced at night, which can help us sleep and regulate our sleep patterns. And it also, the melatonin, when it's at a good level, can help with the lucid dreamings, right? So there's things in our body that we want the pineal gland functioning, right, on the spiritual side. So during the day, we have the serotonin. So this is what can make you happy, right? And so we need that. It's like awake, right, that serotonin during the day. As much as it does regulate hormones and stuff like that, it also is our like regulates the light dark cycles that we have. It's like our connection to source. So it's really important to have this decalcified, right? Because when it's calcified, we can't see. We need our connection to light open. As we need our third eye open, we need the pineal gland decalcified so we can connect to the light, connect to source, connect to spirit, right? Your angels, your guide, whatever you refer to them as. So it's really important to have it decalcified, okay? It actually makes opening your third eye so much easier, faster, and quicker, and done correctly when the pineal gland, it's here's what it's like. If your pineal gland is calcified and you try to open your third eye, here's what's gonna happen. Friction, it's not gonna work. There's gonna be resistance and it's blockages, right? But when your pineal gland is open, then the third eye can open so much quicker. So that's why I wanted to start this series. I will be talking about this a lot throughout the series. So, first, let's say, where is your third eye, right? So right in between your brow, just right above, here's your third eye. So that's when I'm like, open the third eye. I'm always pointing to where the third eye is located. So it's also important to know where the pineal is located, and it's located in your endocrine system. Now, your endocrine system is actually in your brain. So your pineal gland is located in your brain, right? So it's actually in the very center of your brain. So you will hear me reference the endocrine system several times throughout the series, and now you'll know why, because if we can decalcify the endocrine system and get it healthy, working, and we can support it and have it functioning properly, then that's only going to help decalcify the pineal gland, which will help open the third eye. Okay, so let's talk about some benefits of decalcifying the pineal gland and opening the third eye. First, I want to say this. So we do have two sides of us, right? We have the physical, our human body, our ego, right? That keeps us here on earth. And then we have the metaphysical side, our soul, our spirit, right? And so same with what we're talking about here. The physical is your pineal and your metaphysical is your third eye. So there are benefits to both sides. Going on the physical, some benefits are improved concentration, more clarity. It can strengthen your intuition, which allows you to trust yourself. You get clear insights, very decisiveness, and almost like a sense of bliss because you're in that state of happiness, okay? On the metaphysical side, when the pineal gland is decalcified, sure, you can open up psychic senses, you can have a clearer channel to spirit, you may start seeing energy, you may start seeing auras, you may start seeing people's chakras, like the color on their auras, or even feeling chakras spin when your third eye is open. You could start having lucid dreamings. You could even start astral projecting at night. So those are just a few of the things that can happen once your pineal gland is decalcified and your third eye is open. So even though I had to redo part 1 of the series for personal reasons, for the most part, it will be almost the same as the original. However, there are a few things I have revised in the video or just worded a little bit differently, right? But there is one other major thing that I do want to touch on, and there will be an update in the description of parts 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because when I first made these videos, I made to say, hey, I'm not a doctor, I'm not affiliated with any of these products, right? Because I wanted to just put this message out and just say, hey, I don't care how you get this, where you get this, here's what you need, here's a place where you can buy it, but you don't have to buy it here, right? And so I didn't have any affiliate links at the time because I wasn't associated with any of these products. One of the signs that just kept coming up in my life, everywhere I kind of turned, like all of my friends were doing affiliate links. And I was like, well, I don't really need that, but like the universe will come showing you stuff and showing you stuff, showing you stuff. It kept just showing up in my life, and I was like, okay, universe, I hear you. Maybe this is something that I should be doing. So I did look into it, and I have got some affiliate links. So just to be upfront and honest with everybody, if you do click on the link of any of the stuff I'm showing you guys, I do get a very small percentage of the item you buy. However, you don't have to click on the link. The main purpose of even making this series was to get you guys' awareness of how to open the third eye, how to decalcify it, and I was showing you guys these products. So if you don't like something I suggest by that brand, please go buy it by another brand. That will not stop me. If you guys want to support the channel, then I am so greatly appreciative of all you guys. Much blessings and peace to you. However, like I said, just get the product. I really don't care where you buy it from. A lot of the stuff is from Amazon, so they will be Amazon links. But if you want to shop on eBay or you want to shop on Amazon by a different brand, or you just don't want to use my link, as long as you're getting it, that's all that matters to me. Because, listen, we all are entitled to open our third eye. We all have psychic abilities we can all tap into. This is literally our birthright. We are not taught the metaphysical stuff in school. We are taught the physical side of ourselves. And if we were educated on this, we could all open our third eye and be tuned into spirit and the spiritual world. So this is one of the main things why I'm so passionate about it, if you guys can't tell, and how to help others open their third eye, right? And so this is where it starts. And decalcifying the pineal gland is so important. So sure, click on the link if you want to support the channel, but again, just get the stuff. I don't care where you get it, because I just want the whole world to have this knowledge that was bestowed upon me. I just want to help us all so we can all tap into the spiritual world, our true selves, like our soul, right? So we can open up our psychic senses, open up the third eye. Whatever may happen along the way when your third eye is open is amazing, but we all can do this, right? We just have to be taught how. So I hope I can help you in any way I can. And yeah, okay, enough rambling. Let's get into the 5 things. So the first thing you guys need to know about to help decalcify the pineal gland, which will open the third eye, is you have to cut fluoride out of your life, okay? So fluoride is the biggest thing that will calcify the third eye, will calcify the pineal gland, right? So this is like the number one thing. The most important thing is cut fluoride out of your life, okay? So fluoride is actually found in our water systems. They purposely put it into our tap water. Now, I will say this, they put it into our tap water because fluoride does help with tooth decay. So there is that side of it, right? However, it will close your third eye faster than anything. So think about how many years you have this in your life. Another thing that it is in toothpaste, okay? So most people grew up on fluoride toothpaste because, again, it helps with tooth decay, right? However, I spent 35 years of my life on fluoride toothpaste, and, well, maybe not drinking fluoride water as much, but I didn't know not to drink tap water, okay? So eliminating these things was the first thing I did. And it's interesting because I did this unconsciously. I hadn't woke up yet, and there wasn't even a connection to the third eye. I didn't even know what the third eye and pineal gland was. I was just like, I don't want to put fluoride in my body anymore. I started becoming more holistic and homeopathic for a year or two prior. And so I started making dietary changes and changes with what I was just allowing into my body or on my body. And something was just like, no, I can't have fluoride. And I didn't know why. And it's interesting, you know, a year or two later, I was like, oh my God, it decalcifies the pineal glands. So this is the most important thing. So let's start with the water. Okay, so there are many different types of water, right? There's tap water, there's spring water, there's purified water. You can distill the water. There's alkaline water. So I will say this, when we are talking about the pineal gland alone and the calcification, well, number one, if you could have any kind of water, alkaline your water. That is the best thing. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, you guys always hear me talking about alkalining the body, helps you get in that flow state, helps you open up the channels, right? And all of that stuff. And it's so important to have the body in alkaline state. So one simple thing you can do is just add lemon to any water. It will alkaline the body. Now you can buy bottled waters that have the alkaline water in it that are like 9.5 or higher is what I would suggest. But if you find a bottle of water, it says alkaline, like 9.0 or something like that, sure, grab it. Also, they have, I don't want to say purifiers, I think they're ionizers, right? These are thousands of dollars because you could buy a water purifier pretty cheap, and however, they may not remove the fluoride, it may just purify the water. So an ionizer is good because it removes the fluoride from the water, but it also alkalines the water. Now, like I said, those are rather expensive, and not everybody can just jump to that. So what I did, and what I always tell everybody, is be an independent thinker. Do your own research, right? Like I looked all this stuff up, and sure, learn from everything I've learned, but I always tell people, like, challenge everything, question everything. Don't just take somebody at face value, like go do your own research. So what I did is I looked up the different ways of what was better. Do I want distilled water? Do I want spring water? Because I couldn't afford the ionizer at the time, right? So I was like, do I want purified? Do I want spring? Do I want distilled? I definitely don't want tap. Like, what kind of water do I want? And so when working with decalcifying the pineal gland alone, what I found out for me was to get purified water. So I stopped buying any of the other waters, and then here was the thing though. I'm at the store. Oh wait, are they putting fluoride into the bottled water? I did not know. So it just so happens, I looked at a couple sites, right? So a couple grocery stores, a couple places I was at, and they didn't really say. One place that does recommend, and they say that there's no fluoride in their bottled water, is Walmart. So I couldn't find anywhere else really saying if they had it or not, and so I just stuck with it, right? So I knew I needed a purified water, and I knew Walmart said they didn't put it in fluoride in their bottled water. So I was like, perfect. And I always infuse my water. So I go home and I add the lemon, sometimes limes or corianders or mints or basil, like whatever it is, right? I infuse my water with all kinds of stuff. So I'm alkalining it, right? And I've got the purified that helps decalcify. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, so Walmart's brand is great value. And again, you can see right there, it says the purified one. Any Walmart has this, right? So this is what I would recommend if you can't afford those ionic water purifiers that are kind of thousands of dollars. Anything that alkaline, right? But if you do get a purifier, like I said, make sure it's not only removing the fluoride, it's ionizing the water as well. Alkaline to like 9 and 9.5 or higher. Otherwise, I mean, Walmart, you get like a 40 pack of this. It's like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but like $3, $4, under $5, right? For 40 waters. It's not bad. This way I know I'm getting purified. That's not going to calcify the pineal gland, and it's got no fluoride in it. This is the great thing you need to do. Remove fluoride, okay? Along in the first thing I do want to talk about is the toothpaste, right? Like I said, so it's in toothpaste. You definitely have to buy a fluoride-free toothpaste. So, like I said, back in, I believe it was 2017, when I just naturally removed the fluoride from my toothpaste, I went all in, right? I don't even know what happened. I went to go buy fluoride-free toothpaste, and I found this brand right here. And it's interesting. This is the brand I recommended in the original Part 1 series. And I'm going to give you another option because some of you guys may be like, whoa, that's a little extreme. But I'm going to tell you the benefits and why I keep coming back to this one. So it's by a brand called Hello. And so it's an activated charcoal, fluoride free. So it says activated charcoal with fresh mint and coconut. And then at the bottom, it does say the fluoride free toothpaste. So I will say this. Here's the thing. There are many, many, many different toothpastes that will have fluoride free as an option. Just make sure it says that on there. So I recommended this, and somebody's like, I'm not brushing my teeth with charcoal, so that's why I'm going to give you the second option. I will say this though. I went from trying like everything, Crest and Colgate and whatever, and Maximum whitening, I have no idea, Extreme, and baking soda powder express. I'm just making up names, but all this stuff trying to whiten my teeth, right? And I couldn't get my teeth as wide as they were. When I went to this, holy freaking Moses, my teeth got wider than all the brands of toothpaste I had used at that point up to 35 years of my life. So I use this consistently for like a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. And then I wanted to try something else, right? Because as much as I always switch the toothpaste, I wanted to try different brands. So in my experience, I have very sensitive teeth. So I tried a few different ones, and I will say Tom's I tried, and I know they're probably one of the first people out there. So thank you for paving the way. But for me, I tried the Tom's, and my teeth were still very sensitive. Within 2 weeks, it felt like it worse. Like at least the Crest and the Colgate blocked all that, so I didn't like the Toms. I've tried many things along the way that were fine, but I always reverted back to this. Okay, so Hello. Here's the thing with Hello though, they also have toothpaste that has fluoride in it, so make sure you don't just grab Hello and you're like, because there's other ones. They have like a peppermint, they have different ones that aren't just charcoal, right? You could get a Hello with some kind of minty, I'm not sure what they have in it. Maybe it's just fresh mint and coconut oil without the charcoal. I've tried a couple of them, but it was a couple years back. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, they do have some fluoride in it. So I made a mistake thinking all the Hello brands were fluoride free. And I come home and had fluoride and I was like, oh no. So I had to like give that one off and go back and get the one I trusted. So I've used this one on and off for 4 years. I've been on and off switching to this one. However, this next one came into my life last year. So I've been on, actually no, I think I first bought it at the beginning of this year. Okay, so here's the thing. I was at my dentist, and even with mouthwash, right? I want to make sure it's alcohol-free. I want to make sure it's fluoride-free. And I was having trouble finding a fluoride-free mouthwash. And my dentist had recommended this brand right here called Desert Essence. Now, I will say I love this brand, but for me, I'm very holistic and natural and try to be as clean as possible. So when she told me this was fluoride-free, their brands are alcohol-free and it's sugar-free, I was like, perfect, right? Because I don't intake a lot of sugar and my sugar comes from fruit. However, some of you may be like, you taste it and you can tell the difference. Like if you've been on a name brand like Crest or Colgate your whole life and you go to this, you're going to notice the sugar's missing. So if you want a more clean option, and I'm sorry, I just ran out of it. I made sure not to throw it away. So I at least gave you another option, but it is Desert Essence. Like you can see, it has the tea tree oil toothpaste. This is a mint flavor, no charcoal at all. And then on the bottom, it says the fluoride free, SLS free, gluten free, and vegan. Okay. And non-GMO right down there. So this is another brand. I will have Amazon links to both of these, and I will put these down below. Desert Essence, I believe Whole Foods sells though too, so you could always pick it up at your local grocery store if you have a Whole Foods near you. However, if not, everybody's got access to Amazon. I'll have the links for both of these below. And again, you don't even have to get my links. There are plenty of fluoride-free toothpaste. Maybe charcoal's too much for you, and maybe no sugar is not what you need. Anything with fluoride-free, as long as you get a fluoride-free toothpaste, and a fluoride-free water, and you have conquered the first thing that you need to know to help decalcify the pineal gland. Okay, so the second thing that you guys need to know about to help decalcify the pineal gland so we can open the third eye up and keep it open is cacao. Okay, so what is cacao? Well, this is actually where cocoa comes from. So this comes from the cacao tree. Now, cocoa is a processed version of this, right? And so even in between that, like cocoa is way processed, and then in between it becomes dark chocolate, and then at its raw purest form is cacao powder. Okay, now you have to be careful when you get cacao powder, because not all cacao powder is 100% pure raw or even raw and organic, right? So there you might get a 70%, an 80%, and 90%. So the reason I'm using this one today is because Navita says that they're 100% raw organic cacao, so I wanted to make sure I highlighted this one because I've bought a few and you can taste the difference, right? Real cacao, raw cacao is going to be a little bit bitter, and so if you taste any more sweetness like cocoa, then it's got some process to it, right? And in my experience, the darker the color, the more pure cacao it is. If you get a lighter brown, it might be a little bit more processed. So always make sure you check that you get raw cacao, and if you like organic like me, you can get organic as well. Okay, so let's talk about some other benefits of cacao, right? Not only does it have a high antioxidant rate, what does it do for the pineal? So it helps increase the blood vessels, right? So larger blood vessels mean more blood flow and more oxygen to the brain, to the pineal. So then when the pineal is functioning properly, we can get it working where we can get it open, okay? This also stimulates the third eye as well, okay? Now, some people use this as a ceremonial cacao, and they set the intention, and some people do heart openings with it. I notice I drink it short. It can drop me in my heart center, but it does work with the pineal and the third eye, and I could feel it there. Like sometimes my third eye will start spinning, so I definitely use it as a third eye opener. How I use it is, so this is a daily thing for me. It's been daily for, God, 2-3 years now. I use it in the mornings, right? So it's my coffee, right? My coffee substitute. Even though I never drank coffee, now I don't want to say I'm addicted to this, but like it wakes me up in the morning and it kind of energizes me. And it's a superfood, right? So superfoods are really powerful, right? That's something we definitely want to bring into our life to help alkali the body. You guys always hear me talk about that, right? How important that is to get in that flow state, right? And that's important if we want to open the third eye. So I just boil some water, right? I put like two tablespoons of this, and I get some honey and some agave and mix it up, right? And then, because I don't do sugar or anything, because it's bitter. Trust me, it's bitter. So if you like sugar, you can add sugar into it. I just use the honey. So again, it's my morning coffee, but you could cook with it. You can make brownies with it. You could make, one of my friends used to make a chocolate bread with it. It was like a zucchini bread, right? So there's different things you could do with it. However, again, you can also drink it ceremonial every morning, whatever you like, but this is really a must-have. Third thing we're going to talk about today is something called Neem. Okay, so there's a few different types here, right? So I have Neem leaf here. As you see, you could get a Neem extract. You could get a Neem oil, and if you get a Neem oil, it does pair well with oregano oil, which is also good for the third eye, right? So that's a really good combo. This one here is just an Ayurvedic medicine. It does help with pineal gland purification and removing that calcification, right? So that's what we want, because we've got those years or lifetimes or whatever it is of the pineal gland being calcified. So we have to remove that calcification. So anything that's going to purify it on that level is definitely a must-have. So the brand I have here is Nature's Way. I got it on Amazon. I'll also drop a link below if you guys are interested, right? Okay, and this is also a vegan capsule. So the fourth thing you guys need to know about to help facilitate opening the third eye, right, is something called ginseng. Okay, so here's the thing. There's two different types of ginseng. So there is an Asian ginseng and there is an American ginseng. I highly recommend getting the Asian ginseng, as I feel like that is a little bit, I don't know if it's more potent, but when I did the research, it definitely seemed like this was the better one for facilitating and decalcifying the pineal gland. So this is another one that works on the endocrine system. It just removes the calcification, right, in that purification process. The Neem and the ginseng work pretty similar, right? But that's the thing. When the pineal gland is calcified, all you got to do is pull out that calcification, and then we can more easily open the third eye. So yeah, this is another good purifier. Another one, sometimes I even take the Neem and the ginseng together, but this one is a brand by Now. Again, I got it on Amazon, as I get all of my stuff. If you guys have seen my series, I'll drop a link below if you guys are interested. So the fifth and final thing you guys need to know about to decalcify the pineal gland and get that third eye open so we can keep it open is something called bentonite clay. Okay, so this is very interesting, right? This actually comes from volcanic ash, right? And why it works so well is because it's magnetically charged. So when this is taken, it goes in and absorbs and removes all those heavy metals, all those chemicals, all those toxins that we have that are blocking our connection to the spiritual world, blocking our connection to our true self, right? We need to align with our soul. It's not just mind, body connection, it's mind, body, soul connection. So this is a really great one. I have Tierra Buena, and here's the thing, right? You have to be careful with this because you need a food grade if you're going to absorb this, right? So what I do with this one is I just put it in my smoothies. Now I will tell you, it doesn't taste the best, so I just do like a little teeny tiny teaspoon. I don't do much, right? But there are other things you could do with it. I have another friend who uses it in, I believe she said face mask. And then after looking that up, you could do it in like or maybe it's the foot detox. I can't remember which one. Maybe she uses a foot scrub. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, we could also use a face detox, like a face mask, right? So there are other things you could do. You could do it to, here's the thing, right on our feet, we have reflexology, right, on our hands, our ears, and our feet, and they all connect to different body parts, different organs, stuff like that. So it's actually great to put on the feet because it can pull out stuff from the liver, the spleen, the gallbladder, the kidneys, clean out the lymphatic system, like whatever it is you have going on, that all connects to the bottom of the feet. So this actually would be really great to do as a foot detox, and I keep meaning to do it, and it's in the fridge. This is something you need to refrigerate so I don't see it as much. Like I grab it, I make it smooth, and I put it back in. And I need to remember. So one of these days I am going to get around to do a foot detox with it. So I'd be really interested in how it goes. However, yeah, I think you could also do it as a face mask. I'm pretty positive on that. So there are different things you could do if you don't want to ingest it. Again, either way, I would recommend getting the food grade just to be as more healthy and organic and pure as possible. And so I looked up a whole bunch of stuff and I had trouble finding it. This was the one that I found, again, of course, on Amazon, right here, Buena, pure clay, bentonite clay, right? Another must-have to help decalcify the pineal gland so we can open up the third eye and keep it open. Okay, all right, so that wraps up part 1 of our series. And I don't even need to say stay tuned next week for part 2 because, like I said, this was a remake of the original video. So we already have part 2, 3, 4, and 5 available. So you could just jump on in, hit play next, keep going down the playlist, and continue to see what we're talking about. Because every week I go over 5 more things that you guys need to know about to help decalcify the pineal gland so we can cleanse out the endocrine system, cleanse out our body, right? And then we can open the third eye and keep it open, activate our psychic senses, waken up to our intuition, and be in that flow state that I'm always talking about, right? Because then miracles happen when you connect with your soul. So all of this, anybody can do this. It's the easiest, most natural way to open the third eye because it kind of pops open when the pineal gland is decalcified. So that's why I always tell people to start here because otherwise it is a little bit harder trying to open it. But when it's decalcified, the third eye can open. So, and again, yeah, this is the most natural way and it's really important to do. So, all right. Just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys got anything out of this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button this way. I know you got something that resonated. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And there's a little bell too. I want you to hit the bell and turn on all notifications because I do daily videos and I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages. That next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. All right, my loves. Till next time, be blessed.